When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yes, hello there, good morning to you, and good morning to you once more. Just wasted time. Pointless, because time is the most precious commodity we have. Now, in this episode of Join Up Dots, this is like the first of the new version of Join Up Dots, where we will be sprinkling our interviews with kind of bite-sized chunks looking at mindset, time management, health and fun, inspiration and finance. The 5 dots that by bringing them all together and focusing in on the right order, you will get success. But believe me, so many people are focusing in on the wrong things at the wrong time, even though they feel they're doing the right thing. Now, I believe that the very, very first thing that we should do is get our mindset right, followed by time. Now, I've decided to talk about time in this one because ultimately, without time, we haven't got the mindset. So I was deliberating whether this was the first one or the second one, but I think you've got to decide to do this. So mindset is first and then time. But do you look at your time and think that you've got all the time in the world? Now, you do when you're younger. I remember when I was sort of like 25 and stuff, I used to just swan around down the bars, go off on holiday, vacation. I don't think I ever considered that time was running out. It was just there. I just kind of lived it and wasted so much of it by having boozy entertainment, which I think most of us do when we're younger. Now, when I hit 32 and my third kid came along, I started to have a mad panic. And I don't know if it was because of the children coming or because I just felt that I was at the next stage of my life, the procreation, when I'm responsible for somebody else, that I started to think to myself, bloody hell, I better get going here. Which led me to Join Up Dots and where I am now. Now I'm coming up 50. I really feel like I'm on a race against time. I'm so aware that if I live for as long as I've got now, I'm going to be 100. So it's probably likely that I don't live to 100. I don't know what the percentage of 100 people are out there, but I would say 85, 90 is a good age. 100 is a bonus. Anything over that is a freak of nature. And I don't want to get to that side. So I feel like I'm racing and I'm panicking. So every time I wake up in the morning, I am absolutely focused on not wasting the time that I've got, making the most of it. Now, there's different ways of doing this, and we're going to be covering this in the episodes of Join Up Dots coming forward. But I think the first thing is just being aware that you're never going to get it back. Okay, that time is gone. It's not like money that you can put it in your bank account, spend a little bit, get a little bit of interest, and it will come back to you. It's not about love, but you could be in love, madly in love, and then it disappears, and then somebody else comes and you get it back. That time that you've got on this planet is running out from the moment you start. So say I do live to 100 years, okay, right? Okay, I'm being optimistic here. I'm going to live to 100 years. And that 100 years was plopped into a sort of a time savings account, okay? Now, that would be, 36,500 days, okay, which is, I don't know, it's a lot of hours, okay? So we'll say 36,500 days. Suddenly, I thought I could turn into Rain Man there for a moment and do amazing maths. But we know it's 36,500 days, okay? Now, every second I'm alive, just doing this podcast, which has been running 334 now, it's gone. The fact that you're listening to this podcast, hopefully you don't think it's a waste of time, but you're not going to get that again. You can never add back to it. There's no lottery that gives you a windfall of decades. There's no investment plan that can give you an eternal life. It's just going to run out of time. So when you're on this planet, I think what we need to do is, number one, be aware that this is it, guys. We're only here once and we got to make the most of it. And we've also got to think about, are we using the time wisely? Are we just spending our time sort of wallying around? Or maybe, I think the worst one, I think we all do this, is that we end up building somebody else's dream. We commute, waste 90 minutes each way on a train or a bus or a car, whatever, just to get to somewhere so we can make somebody else richer. And then we work through the day and then we slog our way back just to get that glimmer of light at the weekend where we can do what we want. Well, I say to you, why can't we do what we want during the week? Why can't we choose our why and every single day go, yes, I'm living my why. This is my purpose. This is my mission for life. I'm going to leave my legacy and I'm going to do it on my own terms. Every single second I have in my life is going to be something that is going to leave its mark. Now, it's simplistic. Of course, it's simplistic to say that, but I remember Steve Jobs, the old Apple guy. Yes, you might have heard him on Join Up Dots. In his commencement address, the one that I played a Join Up Dot speech from, I remember him saying, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever used to help make the big choices in life. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment, all failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you're going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You're already naked. There's no reason not to follow your heart. So, are you naked? Well, if you are, you can send photos to me straight away. Just go to the contact form at Join Up Dots and they will be greatly received. But are you naked in your time? Are you naked in your thinking? Do you feel like you're actually living it on your own terms? Well, highly likely you're not. So first lesson really on time, just be aware of it. Nothing more than that. Just wake up every morning and think to yourself, yes, I'm not going to get this back. This day, whatever I do on this day, whatever I do on the next couple of days, whether I have to do it, I'm never getting it back. I need to make it the most powerful time that I've got. Possible or not, don't know, but the awareness of what you're wasting and what you're losing out on should be there for you. Until next time, I will see you again. We're going to be sprinkling these shows in with episodes of Join Up Dots as well, but please don't waste time. Please use it like the most sexy, valuable bank account you've got. And if you're finding that you're just laying in bed longer, or you're just sitting in the pub getting drunk, or you're just watching Netflix for hours on end, that might be right. That might be the right use of your time for that moment. But if it's not, can you do something better with it? Because you're not getting it back. Until next time, I will speak to you again. Look after yourselves and see ya. Bye-bye.
David doesn't want you to become a faded version of the brilliant self you were once to become. So he's put together an amazing guide for you called the 8 Pieces of Advice that every successful entrepreneur practices, including the 2 that changed his life. Head over to joinupdots.com to download this amazing guide for free, and we'll see you tomorrow on Join Up Dots.